Welcome back, ODH TV. Raising Kanan Season 5. Let's talk about Jukebox and her character and what we can expect to see from her in this last season of Raising Kanan, Season 5, and moving forward. Now, what I've realized in doing this type of content, everybody is not fully caught up in the Power universe. Even going back to the original Power, some people just haven't seen it or just don't remember. So I'm going to take about 20 seconds to run it back to show you how we got here. By the way, stick around to the end and check out the ODH OD Hustle store. Link in the description. So when we first met Jukebox in the original Power series, we were introduced to a dirty, ruthless DC cop that ran a robbery crew. A person who would drop a body without thinking twice. A woman so confident and intimidating that she can control a killer like Kanan and force him to kidnap Ghost's son Tariq.
Tell him why you been hanging out with him. Why you taught him about that life.
And this left us all wondering how the hell she got like that. What kind of things did she do in her past to make a certified mental patient like Tommy call her crazy?
And remember Jukebox? Yeah, that fucking crazy bitch.
Or be able to strike fear in the heart of a stone-cold killer like Ghost when he realized who kidnapped his son.
Who's got my boy gay? One of the baddest motherfuckers we both know. She run these streets harder than some of these men. Jukebox.
And why did Kanan feel he had to kill his cousin / best friend because that was the only way to stop her? And I know most of us were like, good, she needed to go. Until Raising Kanan came out and we saw what she went through in her past. Like losing her first love because of a product she got out of Jukebox backpack. Or catching a beatdown from her father because she was gay. And this scene that was really hard to watch after finding her long-lost mother and to be set up by that same woman in the church to have the lesbianism beat out of her. That was hard to watch. Trying to beat the lesbianism out of her.
God wants to help you.
And she stood there while they just kept beating her. Then being arrested and kicked out of her girl group, destroying her music career. All this was helping her lose little pieces of her mind. So by the time she was getting bruised up by her new lover's husband and having to save Marvin's life by taking her life. Taking that man out made her start to love the new feeling of control. So now after Famous got taken out, he goes to Jukebox and asks her for help.
You serious? When you said you put in the work.
But at this point, when they go to get answers, Kanan doesn't realize Jukebox is somebody else now.
I said, get on your fucking knees, nigga.
Look at Jukebox just smiling.
This nigga's about to cry.
Kanan's like, what? He looking a little uncomfortable now.
Fuck it. They gotta go.
And she was showing that she had some screws loose.
Gotta go. We done it.
But she really don't want to go, acting like she needs medication. She wants more bodies. I do feel like they nerfed her development for the rest of that season. But that brings us to now. And what should we expect from this season? Season 5 is only 10 episodes and there's a lot to cover. They're going to have to turn her character's volume all the way up to what she was in the original Power series. And I don't think 10 episodes is enough, especially with the other characters they need to develop and take off the board. Now, 2 things have been said here. She said that she's not going to be in Power Origins. The problem with that is she still has to meet Ghost and Tommy. She still has to lose her last bit of humanity, which I think happens in this scene here. And obviously her name's going to have to start ringing out over the neighborhood. So she's doing something crazy out there. And then she goes to DC, but she doesn't go to DC until Breeze is killed. So they would have to introduce the youngest versions of Ghost and Tommy early in the season. I did a video on that one also. And that just seems like too much to do with 10 episodes and everything else that they're going to have to do with Breeze and Unique and Snaps and Pops. It's just too much. So if that's the case, then they're going to miss big opportunities if she's not going to be in Power Origins. However, the flip side is that I'm understanding that they're going to recast her role and have a different woman playing an older Jukebox who will be in Power Origins. So when she said she's not going to be in Power Origins, I don't think it meant that the character's not going to be in Power Origins. Just the actress Haley Kilgore is not going to be in it. Which is crazy because she's the actual character that we all fell in love with. It's like in Power Book 2 when they had Redman playing Theo Rollins, David McLean's brother. And we liked that casting, waiting for that to play out. Then they replaced him with this guy. And when he died, I didn't care. I didn't feel a thing. So I'm saying we may have to get used to another actress playing Jukebox. It's definitely not going to feel the same considering everything we saw the original Jukebox go through. But the show must go on and they have to have somebody playing Jukebox in Power Origins to tell the story right. So if they do bring the character over to Power Origins and decide to tell that story correctly, then I believe she's going to get back with her old crew that she used to do those little clothing heists with, but they're going to turn the volume up to 10, and she's going to pop a couple of those guys. Because remember, when they asked her to get back down with them, she said it feels like I'll be going backwards.
Shit feels a little like going backwards to me.
Backwards to the future.
I'm just looking for something I've never done before.
But when she says she's looking for something she's never done before, this dude says this.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with doing what you was doing before, if you're doing better.
So like I said, she's gonna pop one or two of these guys. And that's how she's gonna become the leader of that crew. And she's gonna change everything from clothing heists to probably robbing a bank or diamonds or something. Maybe even kidnapping some high profile guy and holding him for ransom. And that's probably gonna be one of the catalysts that has Kanan telling her to go to DC. She gotta get up out of there. There has to be a reason that 3 seasons later that these guys show up. So without knowing 100% if they're recasting the Jukebox character with another actress, or if Haley Kilgore was just talking crazy and she's actually going to be in Origins, it's kind of hard to give you something worth listening to without knowing if there's actually going to be a Jukebox character in Origins. What I can say is whether or not she's going to be in Origins, I do believe they're going to have an actress that's playing Jukebox. Because you would destroy the series trying to finish her off in this last season.